Flying 1,000-metre race is race number 3, and a good quality field here too, with a couple of first starters. And we have got Kingland, one of those first starters, and joins the Benno Jung stable. Harmony Fire, Hood first time, cheek pieces go on again. Resolute comes back from the 1,200 to the 1,000. Call Me Teddy was with the Aidan O'Brien stable, now with Michael Cheng. Hurry, Hurry Gain gets the cheek pieces off. We've got United We Stand moving from Danny Shum to Paul O'Sullivan, and Proud Dragon first up from an enforced break. So they'll run it hard here, Nick, with Wizkid doing what he likes in the lead.
Yeah, for sure. When you've got Wizkid in the race, you know you've got a confirmed leader. I mean, he barely gets 1,000 metres, so this is his trip, and I think he needs to lead and lead easy. Alkari won't be too far away. Look, he's had plenty of racing this season and is fit. Kingland is an interesting runner. Obviously, he's one of the newcomers here, and I dare say they'll try and have him prominent. He did race prominently in Australia. United We Stand in there as well. And Call Me Teddy, Paul, the other newcomer, looking to get somewhere in about midfield.
Yeah, I think he'll be just slightly ahead there, Ronnie. And the other horses, Hurry Hurry Gain has been getting back, along with Big Happiness, so they're likely to go back.
Call Me Teddy is where we do start. He's got a few stamps in the passport already. His latest one is Hong Kong. Harry Bentley takes his ride for Michael Cheng for the Hong Kong debut, and this is what he told Nick earlier today.
Harry, you will jump aboard what looks to be a rather interesting sprinter on Saturday. Call Me Teddy for Michael Cheng. You're probably well placed to assess his form because the majority of it comes from Ireland and the UK.
Yeah, that's right. I've had a look at his Irish and English form, and yeah, I mean, I'm obviously very encouraged by what I've seen. He's aimed at some very good races actually, so clearly Aidan thought plenty of him, and he won the Doncaster Stakes listed, which is a listed race, and he looked pretty impressive. I think my only concern is that all of his form seems to be on either soft or heavy ground. I know he's run on good a couple of times, so the fact that he's obviously going to run on much quicker than that on Saturday is a little bit of a concern, but hopefully it won't be too much of a problem. I mean, I have trialled him twice now on the turf, and he seems absolutely fine. So I don't think it should be too much of a problem.
We'll come back to his form again just in a little while, but just on those trials, Harry, he's only had a couple. Has he been an easy horse to come to hand? And also, what have you made of those trials?
Yeah, I've been very encouraged from what I've seen so far. He's quite straightforward, certainly shows plenty of speed. I know he's probably absolutely fine for 1,200, but he still has got enough speed for this 1,000 metres. And I've been very encouraged from the feeling he's given me during the trials. He travels extremely well, and he's been finishing strongly. And I know Michael Chang's been very happy with how he's training at home.
He's obviously going back to his form. He's a listed winner of the Doncaster Stakes. He's also run very well on Polytrack latterly. But I mean, he was second in an Anglesey, fourth in a Norfolk at Royal Ascot, and fourth in a Breeders' Cup. I mean, yeah, I know he hasn't won them, but that's a very, very good form.
It is, and it should stand him in very good stead on Saturday. You know, those are top class races, and as I said before, Aidan's clearly thought plenty of him to even send him to the US to run in the Breeders' Cup, and for him to have run a fourth amongst 14 other competitors, you know, it's no mean feat, and that should be very strong form to bring in.
Just for you, Harry, on the straight course here at Sha Tin, you're drawn in gate number 3. From a jockey's point of view and a general sort of overview, is that slightly the wrong side to be, or is it always more favourable being up against that stand side rail?
Yeah, I think ideally I'd probably want to be closer to the rail. You can be caught slightly in no man's land from a draw like 3 when you just end up in the middle of the track. So it's not ideal. I'll be looking for a little bit of cover. So if I can just edge across to the left and follow something into the race, that will be plan A, I expect. But yeah, going back to your question, I think it definitely helps to be closer to the stand side rail, but we have seen horses win from in the middle, so it's not disastrous.
There he is, Harry Bentley, who rides the newcomer in Call Me Teddy. We move on to Wizkid, Nick, and here he is leading for home at Happy Valley. Ran it strongly this night to win over the 1,000 metres, 2 over his last 3 now.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, he's in very good form, isn't he? And he's proven that he's not just a one-trick pony, as it were. He's got form on all three surfaces and tracks now as well. But look, it was a good, strong win. I thought he won with a little bit in hand, to be honest. And he's gone up £4 for this. Yeah,
I don't think this is an overly strong Class 3 race. So I think he's going to get his opportunity once again. He'll get out rolling in front, and it's just whether they can catch him or not. I don't think they can.
Here he is again, Paul, but he runs third in this race, so we'll focus on a few others. Alkari, who actually is another one that could have a couple of wins next to his name from his last 4 starts. Of course, he lost on protest 2 starts ago.
Yeah, and he ran into Cordyceps 6, hasn't he? Both these two horses. This is this race here, and Cordyceps 6 has gone out and won again. So it just shows it's a really strong form race. Look, I think this is the Quinella again, to be honest with you, with Wizkid and Alkari. I think these two will fight it out.
Yeah, absolutely. I fully agree. I think it's the form to follow. And of the others that we saw in that replay there, Hurry Gain and Rising from Ashes, I think they've got quite a bit to do, I think, to treble the leading protagonists.
And down the straight we go for the trials with Kingland. He was midland for Chris Lees, won over 1,000 at Taree, 1,100 Warwick Farm, 1,200 Wong, and listed level over the 1,400. What have you made of his trials, Nick?
I think they've been okay. He clearly has a nice stamp of a horse. I mean, it's not going to be easy, is it? He's got a mark of 80. It means he's got to carry the big weight in a race like this. And as you say, that final win was a listed win in the English 3-year-old Guineas at Rose Hill, Paul. So he's got some decent form in the book, but it will be a tough starting point for him here in Hong Kong.
It's one of the trickiest ratings to arrive on, 80, because you've got to carry 133. You're the top of Class 3, you're getting these younger horses coming through. He has a right forward tendon injury since he's been here as well. That was back in November. So he's 1,200 odd pounds, 1,238. I just wonder if he's totally tuned up for this.
It's a good quality lineup. Will they catch Wizkid, Paul?
I don't think they will. I've got Wizkid on top. He's a very speedy horse, and I think he can go on and win the race. Alkari in there for second. He's the main danger. Look, and then I'm going to put the first starters in. Called Me Teddy. He's 1,246 pounds. He's had the 2 trials to get him ready, and then Kingland's 1,238 pounds, and he's had 3 trials, but has had that setback as well. But look, I'm really like the 5 in this. 5, 3, 6, and 1.
Yeah, I've got the same numbers. Wizkid, I think, the one to be with here. He looks as if he's still progressing, this horse, and over this course and distance, it will suit him well. Joe's back on. There's a lot to like. Alkari is obviously racing extremely well. Hard to leave him out. And Call Me Teddy, look, his form as when he was racing under the name of Lipizana for Aidan O'Brien, obviously was good. And I really have liked his trials. I think they've been quite smart. And Kingland goes in. I agree with Paul there. I think he might just strip fitter for this, but he's clearly talented. 5, 3, 6, and 1.
He's come up favourite, Kingland. The early punters into him. 3.3 for Zach Person and his new trainer, Benno Jung.